Hello, everybody. Welcome to AEW's weekly wrap up. I'm your host, Ethan Black. Today, we're going to talk the Rampage and Collision shows from last week, and also in Battle of the Belts 8, and as well as this past week's Dynamite, and then preview the upcoming shows as well as all of the usual stuff. So we'll just get right into it right now. We'll start off with Rampage from October 20th. In a 2 out of 3 falls match with Mystico to be Rocky Romero, 14 minutes and 24 seconds. The score 2-1. Mystico winning the first and final fall, and Romero winning the second fall. Do we had a international title number one contenders triple threat match? John Silver to beat Kip Sabian and Isaiah Cat, or brother, whatever you want to call him, at 7 minutes and 3 seconds. In tag team match, Blackpool Combat Club's Cody Castanelli and Wheeler Yuta defeating Brian Keith and Axios Prime at a minute 41. In the main event, Ruby Soho defeating Sky Blue at 9 minutes and 59 seconds. So I'll just give my ratings for the show real quick. So Mystico and Romero, the opening match gets a 9 out of 10 from me. International title number contender triple threat match gets a 6 out of 10. The BCC versus Keith and Prime match gets a 2 out of 10 just due to squash match. And Ruby Soho versus Sky Blue gets a 1 out of 10 from. I don't know. I feel like those two just didn't have any interference, which is way too much. And by the way, I will talk about the women's title match with Hikaru Shida later on. I do like Soho and Sky Blue, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know. I just didn't like the match. Then we go to episode 19 of AEW Collision from October 21st, last Saturday. We get with Brian Danielson v. Andre El Idolo, 18 minutes and 49 seconds. Sky Blue defeating Hollywood Haley J, 2 minutes and 1 second. In tag team match with the Guns, Austin and Cole defeat the Outrunners, Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. In a Memphis Street Fight, if Jeff Jarrett wins, Jay Lethal gets a Ring of World title match, which it does. Jeff Jarrett defeats the Ring of World and New Japan Strong Openweight champions Eddie Kingston 13 minutes and 4 seconds. Miro defeat Ashley Andrade 9 minutes 11 seconds. In tag match, FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood versus Bad Thad Brown and Darian Benson ended in no contest in mid-9 due to House of Black interfering. By the way, House of Black was all over this Collision show. In the main event for the AEW World Tag Titles, Big Bill and Ricky Starks retains over Claudia Castagnoli and Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club at 21 minutes and 24 seconds. From this show, I say check it. So Danielson versus Andre also gets a 9 out of 10 from me. Blue versus Haley G gets a 2 out of 10. Same with the tag match for the Guns versus Outrunners also gets 2 out of 10. Memphis Street Fight gets a 1 out of 10. Miro versus Andretti gets 6 out of 10. FTR versus Brown and Benson, I'm going to give a no rating due to it was a no contest. And the World Tag Title match was set up. But when I like to play with tag title match, it should not have went 21 minutes. Honestly, it should have went like 15 at the most, 10, 15 at the absolute most. But House of Black, I said, was all over the show. Malachi Black, Leo Danielson, I forgot for a second who he black masked, but Danielson, I actually want to see that one-on-one match. Hopefully we get that soon. And then they showed up during the FTR tag match and then the main event. But honestly, from Collision, just watched the Danielson, El Idolo, Miro, Andrade in the World Tag Title match. And from Rampage, like I said, just watched the 2 out of 3 Falls match. Then we go to the 8th annual bout of the belts. 4 title matches on the line here. International title on the line. Orange Cash rotates John Silver, 9 minutes and 31 seconds. That match gets a 6 out of 10. Ring of Honor TV title on the line. Smoke Joe retains over Tony Nese in mid 17. I'm going to give that one a 1 just for a squash match. Chris Statlander retains a DBS title over Will Nigel 10 minutes and 21 seconds. That's a 7 out of 10. I recommend checking that match out. And the main for the trio cells, Declaim, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, and Billy Gunn retains over Daniel Garcia, Angel Parker, Matt Menard at 10 minutes and 44 seconds. That one gets a 5 out of 10 for me. Honestly, Battle of the Belts, it's a pointless show. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the shows. This one, honestly, is skippable. But out of this match, like I said, Statler and Will, it's like the only match I recommend checking out. If I had to pick another one, like number 2, I'd probably say the international title, but even that's kind of skippable, to be honest with you. But now we'll go into AEW Dynamite, episode 212 from Wednesday, October 25th. So before the actual show starts, we had 2 dark matches. The first one, 8-woman tag match. Emmy South Grammy, Shavir, Nalaros, Ty Valkyrie, defeating Gabby Ortiz, Kelly Madden, Nat Castle, and Kai. To be honest, I have no idea how you say that name. And the other dark match was a 6-man tag with QT Marshall, who is the triple Latin American champion, Johan TV and Aaron Soul defeat Brain Collar, Coco Band, and Lindsay Dorado. So the actual show comes on the air. We go backstage. Mostly we started off with a match, but actually we started backstage where Renee Paquette is with AEW World Champion, Ring of World Tag and the holder of the Diamond Ring, MJF, as he tried to make a phone call to Adam Cole. Then he asked him if he's had surgery, but we hear Roger Strong Kingdom come down. I did get a lot for MJF was mad that Strong interfered, and then Strong basically telling MJF he's behind Devil Mask, pretending he's not, and then he thinks Strong and then push him off the wheelchair, which I gotta laugh. And then he kind of promo on Juice Robinson, so he has a bullet for him, and he's not gonna miss. As before the video cut to a Devil Mask figures we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks. I thought it was a fun or good little opening segment. Then we go to the Dynamite Diamond Ring match. MJF successfully retains it for the 5th year in a row, defeating Juice Robinson at 15 minutes and 4 seconds via Heat Seeker. He actually ever really wins with that move. Actually, now I know it's been either if he's doing tag team like double clotheslines or in singles. It's when we do it's mostly the Salt of the Earth. I forgot the name, but this was okay. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. I get to be honest. I've seen people comment. I don't think MJF's ever gonna lose the ring, and to be honest, I totally agree. I don't think MJF's ever losing this ring at this rate. Honestly, the interference, not the interference, the choking with the scarf, I think was a little too much. I mean, Juice did it like 4 or 5 times in this match. I mean, he was kind of getting over the top, but I like the end of the match where Juice tried to hit him with his TJ Maxx ring, but MJF puts the diamond one and hits him with it. As during the match, we see Wade come up, hold up the world title match. Honestly, blah, blah, blah. Sorry guys, I can't talk today. I'm not a big fan of the belt stealing, to be honest with you. I agree with all the other people that have been talking about. I'm not a big fan of the belt stealing, to be honest with you. But again, it was an alright match. You kind of figure MJF was retaining. Juice was not winning this match. Then after the match, basically Bill Cole go to attack MJF for Roger Strong World Town the Run with the Kingdom, but the Kingdom got laid up by the guns. And then Trio Champions couldn't be able to make the stage chase up Bill Cole Gold. And then basically Jay White told him to forget about Samoa Joe, Warlord, Kenny Omega, and only focus on the world title. And then Cole Gunn challenges MJF to defend the Ring of World titles at Full Gear, which MJF does accept. So that would be the second pay-per-view that we're getting that, because as you remember, at All In, MJF and Cole won the world title from Ozzy at the pre-show, and then at the main show, he defended the world title against Adam Cole. Now he's doing it again. I always said all that, but I forgot that he only defended tag titles. But yeah, so. And then he accepted that challenge for the 8-man tag match with 3 mystery partners. And then basically he yelled, I laughed when Roger yelled for Max. Max like, dude, I'm like right here. And then he calls him up playing Biatch. I'll try to keep PG. And then so he basically told Kingdom Rockstrong to go away. And then Max Caster asked if these guys to make the claim, but he doesn't. Basically, he refuses. And then Max wants to scissor him, but MJF just closes the scissors. As he's going up the rope, we hear the music of Kenny Omega, who has currently still the longest reign of the AEW World title. And then he challenges for the world title, and MJF agrees. They'll do it on Collision this Saturday to shake hands. And then Omega set the 3 days B word. I'm actually really excited for that Collision world title match. So it's basically just more about the record than anything. But I don't think that's gonna have a clean. I think Samoa Joe or somebody's gonna cost Omega the match. I don't think it's gonna be a clean finish, to be brutally honest. But I'm actually really excited for this match. And I think MJF to beat the record. I think he has to hang on until Tuesday, I believe. If I'm correct, don't quote me on. He has to go till Halloween. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday as well as 2 days. I know after that he beats the record, because I know Full Gear would be his full 1 year as champion. But again, like I said, keep saying I'm pretty excited for the Omega MJF match. Then we go to a great video package from Wardlow. He said his time off at home was a dark place. He says someone like MJF come to face of the company where everybody's supporting him. And he says the devil's claws dig deeper and deeper in his back. And he's got to take everything away from MJF. I thought that was a really great promo from Wardlow. Then we got our second match, FTW champion Hook and Rob Van Dam defeating Dark Horse, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. Some minutes at 56 seconds via Red Rum on Silver. Fun little match. I just went 6 out of 10. You knew Hook and RVD were winning this match, but yeah, I actually liked this match. It was pretty fun. And plus, Hook got as Taz called him, Uncle Rob. And then they announced that Tony Storm's Hollywood Homecoming for Quest for Global is based on women's title shot full gear. And speaking of Tony Storm, RJC, where we go backstage where he's about to announce the new pitcher, hold up Butler, but she interrupts him and plays her pitcher and pitcher. By the way, I'll just talk about now the Butler is Luther, formerly known as with Chaos Project and Spanish Nose Project. So then we come back from break, where she totally introduces Sting and Darby Allin, and he forgot to thank forgot to thank two people we forgot last week before thanking the city of Philadelphia, and he thanks his tag partner Darby Allin. He couldn't far by his side, names back best tag partner he ever had. Then he thanks Tony Khan, making a phone call to give him a chance and rest a little longer. I seen that Shivani kept tapping on his shoulder, and he said Shivani asked for the microphone back, and that set Taz and Excalibur off laughing, which I will admit that was kind of funny. I like that. So we found that this gift, the gift is Ric Flair. It's a receipt. I mean, Sting, come on, you should get a refund. Kid, I'm joking, obviously. And it basically Flair just talked about how they were talking about 35, 40 years. I forget how many years ago, but it was like 35, 40 years ago. He made history staying TBS first class champions, going against WrestleMania, and then going in a 45-minute match with them. Calling the greatest wrestler. He thanks Tony Khan for inviting him, and then Bride the White for laying a chop on him. Before we see TNT champion Christian Cage interrupts Ella and Luchasaurus, and they go and come to the ring with them. He's talking about how TK being a billionaire and choosing Flair as a gift, calling it a suit, gold chains, black liver, which was pretty funny. It mentions that he looks like Weekend at Bernie's. And he said there was a God Flair would have been dead 20 years ago. That was a savage comment for Christian Cage, honestly. I think Flair got taken aback from it, but it was pretty. But I think he knew. But honestly, that was the best line of the show, honestly. And then talk about Sting Darby interferes business, and then have it be a Wrestle Dream and take a cheap shot at the Philadelphia crowd, and then basically challenge him to a trios match, and Sting accepts it. Oh, before he accepts it, sorry, he said he's fake sneeze and he's like jackasses, so we're getting that trios match up full gear. It's probably gonna be Adam Copeland. I actually don't know, I'm just guessing, but it's probably gonna be Adam Copeland. I don't know who else would be inserted that slot. Then we go to a interview from earlier today with Renee Pence sitting down with Chris Jericho. She asked him how he's feeling about his attack with Hobbs. He said Jericho can't remember a beatdown like that, and his ribs are still hurting. He said it hurts most is his ego. It's before Renee asked him certain part in his career has a reflection, but basically he said he's gonna he's either ask time step back kind of stronger intense. He says he's got bigger friends and Hobbs to give him a call. So the only two I seen a couple guess it's either gonna be Paul White because he trademarked Jericho, or it's gonna be Mark Henry because Hobbs has been using the World's Strongest Slam. I can see both. I don't know if they're gonna do a trios match at full or a tag match or something, but I think Mark said he's like done wrestling, but I mean it's wrestling, who knows? But that's gonna be my two. It's gonna be either Paul White or Mark Henry, or both. And then we go to first of two title matches on the show for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles. Pardon me, sorry. The Elite Heyman Page, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson retains over the Hardys, Matt Jeff, and Brother Say at 10 minutes and 4 seconds via PT trigger on Cassidy. This was okay. Honestly, I don't want to see Ring of Honor stuff on AEW TV, to be honest with you. Keep the Ring of Honor stuff to Ring of Honor. It's why they won them back at Rampage Grand Slam last month, and this is the first time they're defending them. But I just wanted a 6 out of 10. And then after the video, we see Swerve Strickland brings on breaking into Heyman Page's home. As Nana, I like Prince on got excited over chocolate colored berries, and then basically Strickland rips up the artwork of Heyman's kid, and then he sets it in its bedtime story for. He saw a crib and he stands over, and then basically throws up Mogul Embassy into the crib for Naoto they had to go. But this was really good. Now, I honestly, if they do a rematch, I think this needs a stipulation, like a lights out or a street. Basically, they need a stipulation, but I thought this was really great from Swerve Strickland. I'm not a big fan, like what tells you, I'm not really a big fan of home invasions either, but this one, like, I could get past it, but I thought I could make an exception pretty much, let's try to say. But yeah, this was really good, and Paige was trying to run to the back. And then we go back to Renee Paquette with Adam Copeland, and he doesn't want to fight Chris because Friendship beats war. Poor Darby and Sting interrupting. It's killed or be killed here, and then he has Sting interrupts and basically tells him to take the blinders off. So basically, we're pretty much going to get Copeland as the partner full gear, maybe. Then we go to the other title match, easily the worst match on the show. Hikaru retains the women's title over Ruby Soho, 9 minutes and 15 seconds for the katana. Honestly, I hated this match. I don't know if they had an off night. I know these two have better matches, and I do like Soho and Shida, don't get me wrong, but like this was super disappointing. Like, I don't know if the chemistry was off or they just had an off night, but this was horrible. I didn't like this. Honestly, this past week, like this is like it's sad how this is the third match in AEW this week alone that I pretty much had to give a very low. This for me gets a 1 out of 10. I thought it was just horrible. Like, honestly, I know people like paying tribute to Eddie Guerrero, but honestly, the Eddie spot's getting. It's just I don't know. I don't really have words for it. Like I find they're using that spot way too much, and I like how I like how Ruby trying to win the title by getting DQ. She toss breaking. That was the Eddie spot, and then Aubrey starts question. But I like how they even announcers call her like checker face, like she never got sprayed with it anyway. And then so aggressive and Brock with it, and she looks mad, and then she uses her wrist tip for Destination Unknown for a close 2 count, and then the only spot I will say I did like in this match was the no future kick off the apron before they went pitcher and pitcher. But other than that, that was pretty much. I thought honestly Aubrey looked stupid in this match. I'm gonna be honest, like that was I don't know. It was I don't know. I'm really got no more for words like this. I'm just gonna repeat this match bloody sucked. Like I could not get into this. I think they just had off night, and I like both of these ladies, but this was horrible. Easily worst match of the show. And then Tony Storm comes downstairs at Sheeta. Then we go to church where Renee gets interview MJF again. And then before Mojo walks in, offers to be his friend, but on one condition to get a world title match. And MJF he doesn't answer right now, but he's getting enough. So I think Joe, they never said who it was yet, but probably MJF's run out of time. Then we go to our main event, the best match on the show, tag team match of Buffalo Combat Club's Brian Dales and Claudio Castagnoli defeating Chaos's International Champion Orange Cassidy and Kazuchika Okada 16 minutes and 31 seconds via uppercut. I really enjoyed this match. It was 7 out of 10. I like the Claudio and Okada spots. Same with Dales and the fans of Philadelphia went crazy for Okada this whole entire match. I like where Cassidy and Claudio counter into a swing. That was actually a sick spot. And I laughed when Okada did his Rainmaker pose and the camera zoomed out and Cassidy thought he wanted a hug, so he hugged him. And then we got the other Zoom, the best friend Zoom. So that was pretty funny. But this was a really fun match. I actually would not mind actually seeing Claudio in G1 next year. And also, spoiler, this does give Claudio a shot at the international next week, which I'll tell about the upcoming shows in a bit. Then after the match, we see doctors and everybody check on Daleson because he's holding his eye. And then best friends, Rock Marino, Hook, Ojan, and we all stare between Chaos and Hook and BC close out. I like how Cobb make fun of Daleson for getting injured. I think we're getting that rematch at Wrestle Kingdom. I think it's going to be New Japan's turn to host that match, but I'm pretty excited for the Okada's one of the best in the world. But that was Dynamite. Overall, I did like this episode a lot better than last week's. I'm going to give overall score, I'm going to give this one 6 out of 10. Honestly, the only match I really just say check out is the main event, honestly. But we'll just run down this stuff. So tonight's Rampage, 3 matches. Canelo's going to catch the first Kyle Fletcher. If you haven't seen the interview between Fletcher and Kesha on social media, go check. That was actually really good. Then we have a number 1 contenders fatal 4 match for the women's title. Will Nightingale, Sky Blue, AJ, and Abaddon. The winner meets Sheeta on Collision for the women's title. Mike Santana versus Ortiz at a no disqualification false count anywhere match. So that's only 3 matches made for that. And then Saturday on Collision, MJF defends the World title against Kenny Omega. Of course, she will defend the women's title against the winner of 4. I'm not going to spoil who. Actually, I'll spoil it, but if you want to hear it, just skip like 5 seconds or 10 seconds. It's Abaddon. So only 2 matches made so far for Collision tomorrow night. And then next week's Dynamite, only 2 matches made for that was 8-man tag match, AEW champ MJF, and 3 partners to be determined. First, Bull Coco, Jay White, Juice Ross, Austin Gunn, and Colin Gunn, and Orange County defends the International against Claudio Castagnoli. And so far, 4 matches made for Full Gear on November 18th. MJF defends the AEW title against Jay White, as MJF is doing double duty, as he will defend the Warring World Tag Titles against the Guns in a 2-1 handicap match. Either Akarsha or Abaddon will defend the women's title against Tony Storm. In the trios match, TNT champion Christian Cage, Luchasaurus Nick Wayne versus Darby Allin, Sting, and to be determined. I'm actually surprised we're not getting the Full Gear tournament, quote unquote, that number 1 contenders to eliminator we always get every year. Unless they're going to do it last second, but I don't know. Wait and see. But that is the AEW stuff. And now, the close of this week, we'll go to the Ring of Honor shows. Episode 35, 10 matches was actually cut. Actually, it's a quick watch. It was I think overall was an hour and 21 minutes. An hour and 21 minutes. Or 121 minutes. God. Anyway, opening match in Hell go defeat mentally 5 minutes and 5 seconds. In a tag match, the Infinity Kari Bro and Sean D defeating the Hughes brothers, Terrell and Terrence. And minute 13. By the way, the Hughes brothers, they're the sons of D1 Dudley. Don't count to defeat Anthony Henry 8 minutes and 54 seconds. In a Tornado tag team match, Monte and Mercedes Martinez defeat Women's Champ Adina and Billy Starks 9 minutes and 6 seconds. Kyle Fletcher defeat Will Mack 5 minutes and 27 seconds. In a Fatal 4 match, or Ring of Honor rules, 4 Corner Survival, Gravity defeating Blake Christian, Greg Local Slim J 5 minutes and 32 seconds. Layla Hirsch defeating Knox, I think I'm saying that right, in a minute 53 by submission. Liam Moriarty defeating Darius Martin 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Rachel Eller defeated Robert Renegade 3 minutes and 19 seconds. And a in a triple threat tag match, Gates Eggy, Bit, Khan, and Toy Leona defeating Cole Carr and Griff Garrison in the Irish Savages, Boulder and Bronson 2 minutes and 43 seconds. And yes, the main event was literally almost 3 minutes long. I do like Ring of Honor, don't get me wrong, but honestly, this episode felt like I was watching an episode dark, to be honest with you, but actually the show was pretty fun though. But overall score, I just went 6 out of 10. Honestly, all the matches I recommend checking out is in Hell vs. Mental Week, Don Calvin, Anthony Henry, the Tornado tag match, Kyle Fletcher vs. William Mack, and the Fatal 4 match. That's so basically 5 out of the 10 matches. I pretty much should go check out half of them. So, but that is the show for this week, guys. I'm your host, Ethan Black. I'll be back next week with the usual stuff. Have a good weekend and stay safe.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.